Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be continuing Case 5. Last time we ended with, Gina Lestrade was invited to dinner at the Holmes' house, but then she snuck out in the middle of the night to check on something for, Iris. And she snuck into the pawn shop, but when we went to go investigate the pawn shop, well, you'll see. I'm going to be replaying that cutscene because last time I had some technical issues because the cutscenes in this game sometimes don't work on my phone. So hopefully this should be exactly where we need to be.
Holmes-san!
なるほど様。
大丈夫ですか？僕は大丈夫だ。心配ない。それよりもあの扉の向こうだ。早く。椎名さん。
I guess I should be reading this. Chase after them. Don't let them get away. Storeroom is just through that door. Hurry! Gina? That instant, Hatch's shop became the scene of a crime. Everything after that seemed like a blur. From the arrival of the police, the investigation of the scene, the questioning, I didn't make it back to our flat on Baker Street until shortly before dawn. Oh, Iris. I got this telegram. Do not leave the flat. Oh, yeah. I asked one of the policemen to type it up for me. I couldn't come back right away. When I woke up, both Jean Bean and Holmesy were gone. Hey, Ryu? What's going on? Poor girl is shaking. She's probably trying her hardest to stop her fear from getting the better of her. Alright, I'll tell you everything that happened last night. And it's true? There was a crime? Yeah, there was. I have bad news, Iris. Hatch has passed away. He was shot. We were the ones that found his body. I thought as much. What? I saw all the police carriages in front of his pawn shop. I knew something bad must have happened. When we went to the shop, we ran into two burglars. I ran out of the shop to try and chase after them, but they got away. Were they the people who shot Hatchley? I don't know. But I think the police have someone else in mind. What? Why? The person arrested under suspicion of Hatch's murder was Gina. Jean Bean? But why? Well, Jinbei would never, ever hurt someone. Of course, we know that. Then why? Why did you let them arrest her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. And what about Holmesy? Is he still investigating the case? Jeez, he knows that skipping breakfast is bad for your health. Listen to me, Iris. I need you to stay calm. Mr. Holmes, he's been taken to the hospital. What? He was shot too. At Hatch's shop. They shot Holmesy? No. Why? He's fine though. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you telling the truth? Where is he right now? He's at St. Andrew... Antrude Hospital. Antrude Hospital. They're treating him as we speak. We have to go right away. We can't. Why? I'm Holmesy's family. No one can see Mr. Holmes right now. I've been told he's not allowed any visitors since he needs to undergo surgery. Surgery? Holmesy. Oh, Holmesy. Two burglars had broken into Hatch's shop. They're the ones that shot Mr. Holmes. The inside of the shop was pitch black when they ran off. As pathetic as it is to say, I had no idea what to do. Then... Listen, you have to chase after them. Don't let them get away. Hurry up and go! I ran outside the shop, but they were already gone. All because I was there, dragging my feet. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault that they got away. I think that was for the best. What? Because if you'd gone straight after them, you might have gotten hurt too. I'd hate that. That would have been horrible. Iris. Hey, Ryu? Where's Susie? Oh, Suseto's still down at the station. What? Why? She's probably still in for questioning. They said it would take some time. Are they already finished questioning? Are they already finished questioning you then? The grammar of that was confusing. Maybe like, have they? Whatever. Well, I didn't really see the criminals all that clearly. And Suseto stayed at the scene with Mr. Holmes. Okay. More importantly, I couldn't bear to leave Iris alone here by herself. I asked Inspector Gregson, and he let me go home early. If only you'd brought me along. What do you mean Gene Bean got arrested? Oh, my internet should have been not chugging. I've dropped no frames so far, so it should be good. What do you mean Gene Bean got arrested? Weren't there already burglars there at the scene? And two of them at that. What's more, they shot Holmesy and killed him, didn't they? Whoa, no. Holmesy is definitely still alive. Oh. Hatch was found in the storeroom, where he keeps his pledges. That storeroom was locked from the inside. From the inside? Hatch and Gina were both found unconscious inside. What? And according to the police who were examining the scene, there was no one inside. No one else inside but them, right? Yeah, you're right. How'd you know? That's just our luck. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, come on. What's that supposed to mean, Ryu? I can't think of anything to say to her. Hey, Iris. I'm going to have to leave again soon. I know that I can't do much on my own, but I have to try to help Gina and Mr. Holmes. I'm going to investigate what I can. I want to go too. Take me with you, Ryu. I'm sick and tired of waiting here alone. I'm not too sure about bringing a 10-year-old girl to a crime scene. It's probably even worse for her to just sit around doing nothing. Okay, let's go. Do you want to help me out, Iris? Yep, I'll help you out loads, Ryu. We can find Gina in the Gao. Mr. Holmes is probably in the hospital. Also, we need to thoroughly investigate the scene of the crime. Ooh, I see you're raring to go. You take Iris to the hospital soon. She's probably dying to see Mr. Holmes. I've got to have a partner. Damn. Didn't show the arm. God, there's so many destinations. Alright. Okay. Let's go to the hospital first. Three. Holmesy. Huh? He's not here? He really isn't. That's odd. I was told that he would be on that bed there. Oh, maybe his wound wasn't as bad as they thought, so they let him go home early. Maybe, but I don't think that's the case. Mr. Holmes is definitely in critical condition. I can say that with certainty. Aww. Hold it right there, you two. No visitors allowed in this room. Why are you here? We're Holmesy's family. What? Oh, my apologies. A young girl in a fishy Japanese. I'm not surprised that his family is as weird as him. I feel like there's a bit of a misunderstanding going on here. Mr. Policeman, where's Holmesy right now? He seems to be undergoing major surgery. Major surgery? It's already been a fair few hours since he was brought into the operating theater. It's been that long? Is Holmesy okay? Well, nothing seems to be working on him. Every anesthetic has failed. What? He was muttering something like, I shouldn't have drunk so much coffee last night. Wow. In any case, it'll probably be another few hours before he's finished. Alright, thank you. Do you want to go somewhere else for a little while, Iris? Aw, Holmesy. Examine this at least. I can't. Susato is still in questioning by the police about the incident last night. Can I investigate this? Investigate the crutches. Alright, we'll do the crutches. What's this? Iris, do you know? Really? You mean you've never seen these before, Ryu? These are for people who break their legs. They hold one in each hand so they can walk. Oh. Interesting. I thought they might be like some sort of two-handed weapon or something. Why would there be weapons in the hospital? Well, so you lost the duel. Then the doctors carry you here, weapons and all. That kind of makes sense, actually. Wow, let's see if this is examinable. Oh. Alright, let's leave. Let's go to the Gao. Hey there, Gina. Why did you let her keep that? Ooh, I see you're putting our smoke launcher to good use. Can't say I'm all that happy to be the target, though. What the bleeding heck do you want? Huh? Gina, I don't think you understand the trouble you're in right now. I just wanted to be able to do something for you. You can't. Huh? Just clear off, would you? Gene Bean, I trust you. There's no way you would ever shoot anyone. You trust me? I've heard better lies than that. Are you taking the mickey? Huh? You don't know one bloody thing about me. I steal from any innocent Tom, Dick, and Harry to get by day to day. And if I had a chance, there ain't no way I'd pass up a pawn shop heist. I'll nick from anyone. That's just how I work. Gene Bean. Yeah, I'm going on trial tomorrow. Some government-appointed lawyer guy came up and said he'd defend me. I blew him off. Seriously, an attorney? I don't want one. She looked at me right in the eyes while she said that. Gene Bean, why are you being like this? Why'd you refuse the government-appointed barrister, Gina? They just kind of told me to sign a letter of request. But at the end of the day, trials are just a cesspit of lies. You just point the finger at someone else, and there you have it. That's what adults do. But why do you think so? It's always been like that living in the back alleys. Some geezer tells you what to do, and the next minute, they're snitching on you to the police. I had plenty of backstabbing around me. A few of them nearly got me caught. Second you start trusting others, it's over before you even know it. Gina, about the trial tomorrow. If you like, I could... No. Gene Bean, do you not trust Ryu? No, I don't. Please, just leave me alone. Gina, we need you to tell us everything. What on earth happened at the pawnbrokers last night? It's basically what you think. Looked like I might have had to hit the jackpot if I pinched something from the storeroom, so I broke in. Then I got busted, just like that. Gene Bean, why would you do something like that? Well, why'd you think? It's because there were things in there I could have sold for a good price. Being a pickpocket's difficult. Usually, you'll try really hard and then have nothing to show for it. Was that really the only reason you broke into the pawnbrokers? What are you on about? Could it be that you had a different objective in mind? Shut up! Whatever I say now doesn't matter. Gene Bean, just talk to us. Whatever it is, we'll trust you. You'll trust me? You're both daft. Everyone lies, you know. No matter who they are. And... among all the liars in the world, I'm the biggest, fattest liar of them all. Gene Bean? What makes you worse than anyone else? Why do you think you're the biggest, fattest liar of them all? Come on, tell us more about it. Sorry, I gotta go off for questions soon. Gene Bean. Oh yeah. Here you are, take this. Think of it as a souvenir. Cat? Picture? Cute cat. It was in one of the coat's pockets. I don't need it myself. Such a tiny picture. I wonder why it was in your coat. Anyway, you don't need to bother coming back here anymore. See ya. Gene Bean. Alright, well. Oh, the armband? I forgot. I don't think she would have been. I don't think she would have appreciated my armband. Is this where Holmesy was shot last night? Yeah. 2 burglars were ransacking the shop. But it's kind of weird. With the police here, it doesn't really seem like that's what happened. Yeah, you've got that right. In fact, it looks like the police are the ones doing the ransacking. That's true. If you squint, this outfit make them look like kind of like common burglars. Oi, mind your manners. Oh. Good morning, Inspector. Good work last night. Thanks to you, we got to the crime scene while it's still fresh. Still a bloody shame you let those burglars get away, though. I'm sorry. I heard the police were stepping up patrols on this side of town. Holmesy has really bad luck, doesn't he? Oh. Oh, the lady! I didn't realize you were here. If anything bad happens to Holmesy, it's your fault. Make sure he gets the best doctor, got it? But of course, he is being treated by one of the best doctors in London. Also, I don't think it's Ryu's fault that the burglars got away. Yes, of course not. You've opened my eyes, milady. Everyone knows it. His soul is nowhere near as black as his clothes. Whoa. What in the world is happening? The second he saw Iris, Inspector Gregson's demeanor changed entirely. Oh, my lady. How rude of me to forget. Are you thirsty? How about juice? Would you like some juice for your poor dry throat? Huh? Did you say you're thirsty, Toby? Try some of this. It's my special blend of herbal tea. Delicious. This is absolutely delightful. I have no idea what's going on. Alright, I'll do it first, then the armband. Inspector Gregson, I'd like to ask you about this. You don't care. The inspector does not collude with civilians. Oh. Here, Toby. Have some of my special herbal tea. Yep. He's plugging. Ooh. This is absolutely delicious. Yeah, we got a photo of a cat from Gina in prison. Here, you can take a look at it. Actually, I didn't examine it, so I guess I should. The cat in this picture is pretty cute. It reminds me a little of Wagahai. I've never known a cat to sit outside in the snow, instead of curling up by the kotatsu. Maybe British cats are different. Oh. Ah. Always look at the back. There's writing on the back of this photograph. Pledge date, 13th February, 9 p.m. Item pledged, small box. Loan amount, 10 shillings. Repayment date, 13th April, 9 p.m. So this photograph is actually a pledge ticket from Mr. Hatch's shop? 13th of February, huh? That's 2 days before the incident in the omnibus happened, right? Small box. A more detailed description might have been useful. Hey Ryu, if this is a pledge ticket, then this small box might still be in the pawn shop, right? Oh. We should take a look at the item that Magundo deposited. Oh, now we replace the thumbnail with not a cat, so. Hey, best check. Alright. I'll present this. I don't think he'll. Yeah. already talked to him. Oh, I did not talk to him. Okay. About the investigation. How's the investigation going on your end?
Well, it's a very simple case.
We already have decisive evidence. The indictment of the pickpocket we arrested last night was just approved. An indictment against Gina?
Exactly. The trial will be tomorrow at the Old Bailey.
What is your decisive evidence, Toby? What is it? Tell us.
No. I can't let that information go. Not even for you, milady.
Let me guess. 2 people who ran away from the scene last night have already been caught?
What?
And maybe, just maybe, those 2 people will be testifying in court tomorrow.
How? How? How did you know?
I just kind of felt like that might be the case. Whew. It's really scary sometimes. The 2 that shot Mr. Holmes have been arrested then.
Well, shortly after, some of the policemen on patrol caught them.
And Gina is at the gaol right now, right?
Right. It should be. As long as she hasn't stolen the key to herself from one of the guards.
So, what is Mr. Holmes' condition?
That's confidential. As an inspector of the yard, I can't just let that information slip.
Holmes is having an operation at St. Antrude Hospital, right? Why can't I see him? I'm his family.
I apologize. Mr. Holmes is currently not allowed visitor.
Huh?
The bullet ended up passing through an artery, and the bleeding is severe.
No.
He seemed alright when he was initially shot. But even the great detective was strangely quiet if he loses too much blood.
Is that supposed to be surprising? Mr. Holmes is human, just like the rest of us.
He's undergoing an urgent operation at the moment. They have to stop the bleeding.
So he'll be okay, won't he? He'll save Holmesy, right?
Of course, he will definitely be okay, milady.
Really? How do you know?
What? How? Well, that's because he's... Of course, because he's the great detective.
I hope he makes it through this. Aw, Holmesy.
I'll make sure you'll be one of the first to know when the operation is finished, milady.
This is just something I've been wondering about personally for a while now, but
What do you want, boy?
there's a clear difference between how you treat me and Iris.
What are you saying? To the police, everyone in the world is equal.
But you do treat me differently. It's obvious.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh?
I'm a character in those stories. Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Yeah, you're an acquaintance with Holmesy after all. I gave you a little cameo or 2. What did you write about him? I forgot.
To quote Holmes, he is the yard's greatest asset.
Really?
And then, from the next month on, would you believe it? My salary just doubled.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's great.
People all over London are reading the adventures of Sherlock Holmes after all. There's even a fan club for me at the yard now.
Now that I think about it, that was around the time you became so obedient.
The lady would have the Holmes say even one bad thing about me. Something like, Gregson, he's terrible. He's really been getting full of himself recently. What happened to my salary? When I think about that, I get scared. Sleepless nights come one after another.
You know I wouldn't do that.
Whenever a new issue of the Strand magazine is released, I flick through it, fingers trembling.
That must be tough. Here you go. Some of my special blend of herbal tea. I don't know what Holmesy is in Japanese. I don't think it was in the translation notes.
Delicious. This is absolutely delicious. Jeez. Oh, that reminds me, boy. Can I have a word with you?
Sure. What's up?
I had forgotten. There is a message I have to relay to you.
Message?
I should ask him about it.
So, Inspector Gregson, what did you need to tell me?
It's about that graceful legal assistant that aids you in your black heart.
Think about Susie? She should be undergoing questioning down at the station at the moment, right?
No, not anymore. We ran out of time, you see.
Have time?
Of course, it's because of the summons issued by his lordship, Chief Justice Vortex.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Finished up our questioning and used one of our police carriages to get her there. She doesn't have any money for the ride home, so I was told to send you to the High Court. For goodness sake, she has some nerve to use an inspector as a messenger.
I understand. Thank you very much. Hey you, why was Susie summoned? Honestly, I don't know. High Court of Justice. Better head over there.
God.
Alright, let's get investigating.
Hey you, black-hearted college boy. What do you think you're doing?
I was just, investigating.
Not on my watch. Keep your grubby paws off my crime scene.
Aw, why can't we investigate? Ryu is an attorney, you know.
I'm so sorry. Please excuse me for enforcing these boring old rules. The college boy needs a letter of request from the defendant if he wants to investigate.
Defendant?
If he had something like that, I would let him touch whatever he likes without complaint.
Did you hear that, Ryu? We just need a letter of request from Gene Bean. I wonder how he'd like it if I shoved that letter down his throat. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. I have to say, the oppressive atmosphere never fails to crush me to a pulp every time I come here. Really? Feels normal to me. Huh? I mean, look at those suits of armors. They just look silly to me. Wow. You sure are brave, Iris. Now, are you absolutely sure that tomorrow is fine? Yes, thank you very much. Vortex and Leto? Sounds like they're talking about something pretty serious. That is all. You should return to your flat now. I'm sure there's much you need to prepare before your journey back to Japan. Oh, going back to Japan. What did he just say? Her journey back to Japan? Susato! Naruhodo? What were you two just talking about? Afternoon, Master Naruhodo. But I knew we're coming out here to pick her up. Answer me. What is this about going back home to Japan? And why tomorrow, of all days? Tomorrow? Gene Bean goes on trial. Gina? I should have expected this. She's been arrested on suspicion of murder, hasn't she? Susato, what exactly is going on? There's no need to worry, Naruhodo. The only person who will be returning to Japan is me. You will be able to remain here as you have been, and I don't care about that. Why is this happening? I'm told that my father has fallen ill. What? Your father? Professor Mikotoba?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you Ryunosuke Naruhodo, the defendant in today's trial?
Yes, that's me.
I am Yujin Mikotoba, professor of forensic pathology at Yume University.
The government of our great British Empire received a telegram from your country. 10 days ago, my father collapsed due to a high fever. The root cause remains unknown. And I've heard his condition is getting worse with each passing day.
No.
It takes around 50 days by boat to reach your capital, imperial capital of Tokyo from here. I advise you to depart as soon as possible. That makes sense. Early tomorrow morning, I will be departing from London. Is she even gonna make it in the worst case? Probably not, but she has to try, right? I didn't see this coming at all. Is Gina really gonna be put on trial? Her indictment was made official a short while ago. The trial starts tomorrow. What? It hasn't even been a day.
Gina. The girl involved in the shooting at the pawn shop on Baker Street, correct?
How pointless. This is clearly just a case of a corner pickpocket, practically taking a shot. Scotland Yard does not have the time to waste on such an insignificant case. Insignificant? How mean! Jean Bean didn't shoot anybody.
Master Naruhodo.
Yes?
In light of your status as an exchange student, I will overlook this girl's disrespect. However, I do not recall permitting a child here. I suggest you leave.
We understand.
Criminals will tell the most sickening lies without batting an eye, if it means living another day. Police squander their time breaking apart their endless lies, while London drowns in crime. And in the midst of all this, there's a far more important incident that requires our attention.
An important incident? Now that I think about it, yesterday... Yes. Victor Gregson said something similar.
Well, it goes without saying. That case is of no concern to any of you. I have just under 3 minutes until my next meeting. If you'll excuse me.
Excuse me. I have one last question.
And what will that be?
About Gina's trial. Would there be any problems if I acted as her defense?
Oh, that would be perfect.
Huh?
She still has no attorney assigned to her case, after all.
What? That's horrible. I mean, it's true that Jean Bean's a bit of a thief, but...
Do not misunderstand me. Those who cannot afford their own attorney are instead appointed one by the government.
So long as she signs the letter of request, she will get a fighting chance, free of charge. But this defendant is steadfast in her refusal to do so. Why? What on earth happened?
Who knows? If you want to know so badly, go and ask her yourself. Go to the Gao and have a chat with her.
I will. Thank you, my lord.
Well, it's about time I leave. Excuse me.
I can't believe all this is happening right now. That conversation was weird because we already knew that she declined a lawyer because we talked to her first. Gina's trial. Susato's return to Japan. In any case, we should depart. Come along, Naruhodo. Iris. But Susie... You gotta go home, right? Shouldn't you be packing and stuff? As a legal assistant, there's one thing that I am always duty-bound to do. I must aid my defense attorney, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. That comes first. Susato. You seem so conflicted. Would you two mind if we stop by the Gao? There are a few things I'd like to say to Gina. Yeah, of course. Let's go, Susie. To be honest, mine is a mess. I'm going to do what I can right now, as an attorney. Wait, what? Iris wants to take apart that giant clock. Please don't. She's gone. Okay, she's here. Ah. Hey, Gina. We decided to pay you another visit. What do you want this time? Not tug on my collar? He almost makes it look valiant. He struggles to reload that thing. Maybe I should streamline the reloading process. Unplug your ears and listen proper this time. No matter how many times you show your mug, I ain't got nothing else to say to you. Gina, something I would like to say to you. What do you want now? I want to say goodbye. Goodbye? I must return to Japan tomorrow. Most likely, we will never meet again. Oh, alright. I met so many people here in London. I made so many memories, both good and bad. The most tragic memory of all will be the sight of Iris's tear-stained face as I'm helpless to cheer her up. Susie. Why do you think that bothers me? Iris and Naruhodo both trust you deeply, Gina. You won't even return the favor? That's right. So what? What are you playing at? I don't want to see them hurt. Hurt by none other than you, Gina. By me? Yes, as such, I have one simple request for you. I want you to completely betray their trust. What? Once you do, you'll get what you want. Well, I'll leave you alone to rot. Fine. What needs to be done? Everybody tells lies, no matter who they are. If you honestly believe that, then I want you to prove it. Prove that you lied, Gina. Jean Bean. That's what you said. You're a big fat liar who doesn't deserve a second chance, right? Please, Gina, tell us the truth. As a mere legal assistant, this is my final request to you. No way. Gina really tells such a self-deprecating lie? Maybe you're referring to the trial from 2 months ago? The trial where Cosne Magundo was declared innocent. Ah, a bizarre murder that happened inside a moving omnibus. During the trial, you were brought to the witness stand by the prosecution. Yeah, that's right. Throughout that whole bloody trial, just lied and lied. They weren't just little porkies either. They were some pretty awful ones. Could you tell us more? Alright, you wanted the badge, right? Or the armband, right? Here you go. You know about this. Huh? Where did my armband go? Hmm? What's the matter? Could it be... You're looking for this? Ah! When did you... How? It's just me skill as a pickpocket. I'm pretty good at it, ain't I? You're getting a front row seat to her skill. I feel kind of embarrassed to try to show it to her now. So, what did you actually want to ask about? There you go. It was 2 months back. Police summoned me and lugged me to the witness stand. And then, he testified. Mr. Magundo was declared innocent. At the time, I was fibbing like nobody's business. That's what she meant, after all. What kind of lies exactly? Remember when I said I was hiding in the omnibus that night? That was true. I was in the trunk, under the seat. It was pitch black, so I couldn't really see nothing. Then, there was a loud noise. It sounded like someone's taking a dive or something. And after that, Mr. Magundo found you, right? Yeah. He yanked me out of there, and then he made me sit beside the dead bloke. It was dark inside the carriage. Before I knew it, I had his blood all over me hands. I was so scared, I couldn't even make a peep. Blood on your hands? That means the person they saw through the skylight must have been Gina. That's why Mr. Magundo questioned you? About your life? And why you were hiding in the carriage? Yeah, that ain't all of it. What do you mean? Magundo threatened me. What? He said I couldn't tell a soul about nothing. Not what I saw or heard in the carriage. Not what he tried to do after the omnibus stopped. He said if I could keep it all a secret, he'd let me off. Tell us everything you had to keep quiet about. Everything you saw, everything you heard. Oh, God. You said that you were told to keep what you've seen a secret. But you were hiding in the trunk under the seat the whole time, right? What's more, Mr. Magundo was sitting on top of that seat. Well, yeah. When I heard the sound of someone falling, I couldn't help but scream. He yanked me out by my arm. That's when I saw it. All of it. Some old bloke was on the ground. Next to them was a real pretty shiny disc. Disc. Wait, could that be... Yeah, it's that disc that the inspector took yesterday at the pawn shop. So the music box disc was on the floor of the carriage? That nut Magundo noticed it right away. He snatched it right up and shoved it deep into his inner coat pocket. So in other words, that disc was originally inside the omnibus where the crime scene was committed 2 months ago. They don't know one about this. That's what he said to me. It was pitch black inside that trunk. I was listening out for any and all noises. Eventually, I heard someone climb into the carriage. That was Mr. Magundo getting on by himself, wasn't it? No, there was someone else too. Huh? What I heard was 2 sets of footsteps. Mr. Magundo and the victim. Logically, those are the only 2 it could have been. I'm right. The victim was a bricklayer named Mr. Mortar. This is how Mr. Magundo testified during the trial. Whenever I ride in a coach, I always end up falling asleep. Then Gina, your testimony backed up his claim. All I could hear was the sound of the old geezer's conch blowing off. That was just a lie. Two blokes in the carriage weren't sleeping at all. They were talking, real quiet like, about something the whole time. What? What exactly were they talking about? I don't know. The carriage was too noisy. Couldn't hear nothing. However, with this knowledge, we know the truth for certain now. Mr. Maguno and the victim knew each other. So Mr. Maguno was lying after all. There was a dead bloke inside the carriage, so I knew he'd get busted right away. If I remember correctly, two patrons on the roof instantly noticed the murder. When the carriage stopped, Maguno hid me inside the trunk. And then, two people on the top quickly ran off to call the police. Those were Mr. Fairplay and Mr. Ladyfirst, right? That's when Maguno asked the coachman to do something. What did he ask him? Why'd I ask you to go and pledge my coat at the pawnbrokers over there? As for a reward, oh, I know. How does 10 guineas sound? A lot of money. Pawnbrokers? That... Yeah. It was that old Uncle Hatchish pawn shop. The coachman snatched the 10 guineas and the coat and ran off. After that, Maguno let me out of the carriage. He let me go after giving me a condition. Condition? Tell me more about why Magundo let you leave the scene. Gina, what was the condition he gave you? I was told to keep me lid zipped and talk about absolutely nothing I had seen or heard there. And one more thing. What else? Said it was the most important condition. I just gave that driver some money and sent him off on a little errand. Did you see what I asked him to do while you were inside that carriage? You hadn't bought that coat at the pawn shop, yeah? Why? Aren't you smart? I want you to keep the pledge ticket for that coat. Pledge ticket? Why me? Within the next 2 months, I will come to retrieve it. Until then, you shall keep hold of it. Better not lose it. Alright. However, if I don't happen to show up within that time frame, I want you to go to the pawnbrokers and have the redemption period extended. If you don't do that, the pledge will be forfeited, and the coat will be put up for sale. What? But I don't have that kind of money. Here's £5. That should suffice. Now listen here. Don't get any funny ideas. I got it already. By the way, a few days from now, the police will come for you. What? The police? Indeed. They'll ask you to stand in court as a witness. Before we finish here, how about we have a quick rehearsal about what you should and what you shouldn't testify. And then, I just left the place. He hid the pledge ticket in some bushes somewhere near the scene. I went out to get it the night after. That monster, Magundo. He forced this poor girl to commit perjury. Perjury happens in the Ace Attorney series all the time. I already know you're peeved at me. That trial was so important. Now it's the right state because of my fib. I'll make it so you can't live in the East End anymore. That's what he said to me. That's so cruel. That bloke knew all about the back alleys of the East End, and about us and all. A bunch of kids with no family who all got together and made a place to call home. Then, Cosney Magundo, he said he could run us out of there whenever he bloomin' wanted. If we couldn't live there, then we'd really be up a creek without a paddle. So, you know, my hands were tied, really. Thank you for telling us you know? But at the end of the day, you're still pissed off with me, right? If you think I'm angry, then do me a favor. What? Could you sign a letter of request that claims me as your attorney for tomorrow's trial? What? Oh, and if you don't want my defense, go ahead and tear it up later. Right now, we can't investigate the crime scene without it. Investigate? Mr. Holmes was shot during all the commotion last night. Seriously? You say Holmesy's going through a major operation right now. Blimey. But he's gotta be all good, right? I have to get to the bottom of this. Not just for you, but for Mr. Holmes, too. Fine. Whatevs. All you need is my signature, yeah? Pretty much. Dusato? Yes. I know exactly what you're about to ask. The letter of request is right here. I don't want any defense though, so... She looks so lonely when she acts like that. Now that we have this, we should be able to check out the crime scene. Once we're done, let's come back and pay Jinbi another visit. Feels like we have finally started to unveil Gina's true feelings. I'm sure no one else could understand the true weight of this letter of request. So, we headed to Hatch's shop, where Inspector Gregson awaited us. Now, I'm sure the good inspector won't be very pleased to see us. Other to be continued? Feels like I didn't do anything. I got a letter of request. That is like all we did. I guess we found out what Susato was summoned for. Called for a carriage and returned to the crime scene. The very first thing we did was show Gina's letter of request to Inspector Gregson. Pardon me, Inspector Gregson. Do you have a moment?
What do you want now? It's about time for you children to get to bed, isn't it?
1 p.m. Don't be mean, Toby. Here's the letter of request.
Oh, the lady! You really managed to wrestle a signature from that unruly horse. But of course you could. Tobias Gregson, offer my utmost respect to you, milady.
You must be rough spending the whole day at a crime scene. I bought this herbal tea just for you. Say goodbye to sleepiness.
Oh, wonderful. My poor weary soul, instantly revitalized by this delicious tea.
Are we free to investigate now, Inspector?
Do what you want. The body was found in the room just behind the door in the back.
And the storeroom was the scene of the crime.
Now, if you excuse me, I have an investigation to lead.
Are you investigating the storeroom?
Quite frankly, I want to shut this case as quickly as possible. Even if we spent a full 24-hour shift examining pledges, we still wouldn't be through with them. Scotland Yard already has its hands full with another urgent case.
Talking about the same important incident that Lord Vortex mentioned?
If you get in the way of my investigation, you're not getting off lightly.
Now's our chance. Shall we proceed?
Alright. Investigate. In the box.
Huh. Wasn't this here yesterday? If you fiddle with this handle, it pops right open. I can't figure out how to close it. Oh, that's a collapsible stereoscope. What? This thing is a stereoscope? I'm trying to think of it. Mr. Holmes showed us one of those stereograms yesterday. They used the huge machine over there instead. Yeah, that one's for exhibitions. It lets you switch between photos really easily. This one is just a simple stereoscope for home viewing. They even have special shops that sell stereograms. Oh, I have one of these too. I'd bring this back to Japan and sell it. I could make a killing. Don't do it. This policeman has been glaring at the wall for quite some time now.
Hush. Quiet.
Yes, sir.
What hangs before me is actually an incredible clue.
Really? We should go tell Toby.
Don't. You'll doom us all to endless overtime if you do.
Overtime?
I haven't been home in 2 days. I wish someone would just take my shift.
The constables never seem to catch a break. We're still raring to go, right, Ryu? Let's have a look at this clue. Yeah, let's do it. Seems he's taking a great interest in this calendar on the wall. Hey, take a look at this. Oh god. This is a bullet, isn't it? It's lodged in the calendar. I don't suppose this could have been hatched during target practice, huh? Come to think of it, Mr. Holmes does that in his room at home, doesn't he? Huh? I read it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Right, Iris? I guess I did write something like that. It was mostly just a gag, though. It was really just a gag? Well, someone could get hurt, you know. But it's not like he does it all the time. He shouldn't be doing it at all. Anyway, Ryu, just take a good look at that bullet hole. Huh. Could this be blood? There's a dark red stain on it. Really? Really, Naruhodo? Could this be blood? I don't know. Maybe it's just red paint. Alright. Looks like it's finally my time to shine. Huh? Wow, doesn't it make your blood boil when you see blood spattered everywhere? No. Can't say it does. When I see blood, I feel as though my blood pressure starts to drop. Then I feel faint. There. People react to blood uniquely. And the blood that runs through them is also unique. Is that really the moral here? And so, now's the time to use this. What is that huge thing? Should probably give it a proper name, I guess. Anyway, you'll see. As soon as I use it, it'll all become clear. Watch closely now. What? Blood changed color? What do you think? You get it now? Yeah, I think so. More or less. Right. This is exactly what I meant when I said everyone's blood was unique. I get it. This chemical changes color according to the makeup of someone's blood. So, by looking at the resulting color, you can tell whose blood it is, just like that. Oh my, it's like science fiction. Right? It's like magic. Right. So whose blood is this then? Well, these chemicals change the color. So we just have to find whoever has this color of blood, and we'll know. Just like that. You say just like that. This is starting to sound more and more difficult. Now. Iris did a lot of work to help us get this sample. So let's just jot it down in the court record. Now, whenever Iris gets a new sample for us, let's be sure to file it in here. You didn't have to patronize me, Susie. Is that like valid evidence in a court of law? There are policemen investigating the shop.
Under orders from the yard to check every single pledge against his ledgers.
Every single pledge? That seems a tiny bit impossible.
Ever since the incident happened, the first policeman arrived on the scene. We've been taking shifts and going over everything with a fine-toothed comb. We've been at it non-stop, but there's still no end in sight.
It's just bad luck that an incident like this happened in a shop with so much stuff. I feel bad for these police.
Wish I could pawn my duties and reclaim them and overcome this living hell.
Oh. There's the shop ledger and the scribbled memo. And this is... Huh. I wonder why this little picture is just sitting around here. Oh, there's writing on the back. Really? Let me see, Susie. 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article, men's coat. Value, $1. Redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m. Men's coat. Must be pretty high quality to be worth a whole pound. This must be the pledge ticket Jean Bean used yesterday to withdraw that coat. Yeah. She was wearing it earlier, wasn't she? Gundal's coat, huh? Can't believe this guy is just scribbling his documents on the backs of the photographs. Maybe he just used whatever scraps he can find. Not to say though. But I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Oh, recently is an understatement. You just got something like that from Jean Bean. Oh, right. She handed us a picture, didn't she? What are you waiting for, Naruto? Hurry up and take out the picture. Jeez. Those are so impatient. I knew it. They are the same photo after all. Hee. I figured it out. I know the amazing secret behind these two photos. Huh? Secret? What are you talking about? Please, Iris. Let us in on the secret. Hee. Should I? Gotta ask her what the secret is. So, Iris. The picture we found on Hatch's counter, and the picture we got from Gina. What is the secret behind these two identical pictures? They're different. Different? These two photos aren't the same. What? Look at the two pictures again. Look very carefully. Just a tad different, right? Alright. It kind of seems like it. What does that tiny difference mean for us? It means these pictures are two parts of one whole. I don't think I get it. These two photos could be used with a stereoscope. They're really big in London at the moment. Stereoscope? I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. Oh, now that I think about it, Mr. Holmes showed us one yesterday. Look, over there. Oh, that's the thing that lets you see pictures in full detail. You quickly cross your eyes and it was 3D. I did not try that. I did notice that they were angled slightly differently. Like the cat was angled slightly differently. I did not realize it was stereoscopic. Hee. Actually, even without a stereoscope, you can still view a stereogram if you know how. What? Really? Do you know why we see a basic picture in 3 dimensions in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh no. Guess I'll just have to explain. Iris looks really excited. We're in the middle of our investigation, but it wouldn't hurt to ask, I suppose. I am deeply interested in the answer. Oh god. God. So, Ryu, why do you think we see the world in 3 dimensions? I wouldn't really know. I just see what I see. The answer to that is because you have 2 eyes. Eyes? I mean, sure, everyone has 2. Maybe not everyone, but here, try covering one eye at a time, and you'll probably see what I mean. When you look with your left eye, when you look with your right eye, your line of sight changes a little, doesn't it? Oh, you're right. The relative position of everything changes slightly. Your brain then creates an image from the differences. That's how we can see things stereoscopically. Wow, it's really impressive. It's incredible that the brain can do that. Oh, and in that case, are these 2 pictures a similar concept? This is the view as seen from the left eye, and this is the view seen from the right eye. Am I correct? Good job, Susie. You catch on quick. So, if you can create an image using your brain with these 2 photos, you get a so-called stereoscopic image? Oh, I see you've got it now too, Ryu. That stereoscope fills in the role for the brain then? Now, so long as you have the 2 photos, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can look at a photo stereoscopically, even without the stereoscope. You can really do that? Okay, let's give it a go. Try looking at these as one image, using just your eyes. Oh, I'm so excited. Usato really likes this, huh? The most important thing you have to do first is cross your eyes. Can you both do it? Cross our eyes? I wonder if I can manage it. Okay, let's give it a go. Just like this. God. Okay, I'll go next. Get ready, Naruhodo. Like this, right? Yeah, your turn, Ryu. The key is to look at the tip of your nose with both eyes. It's kind of a terrifying sight. Okay, that's the test run. This time, let's do it for real. First, while looking at one of the pictures, gradually cross your eyes. You should start seeing double. You should try it too, Ryu. I guess I have no choice but to try. Did you see double? This time, line these 2 pictures up, and then gradually cross your eyes again. It should start to blur a little, like this. Then, those blurred pictures should meet right in the middle to make one whole. Ah! Naruhodo! The pictures merge together in the middle. I can see it 3-dimensionally now. Susato, your eyes are still crossed. So, Ryu, how about you give it a go? I have to. Ignore the pictures at the side and gradually cross your eyes. Then, adjust how you're crossing your eyes until the 2 pictures overlap in the middle. This? Alright, gotta full screen this. Oh god, it's freaking me out. Okay. I got them to overlap, and I actually got the focus. But what the hell am I supposed to be looking at? Oh god. Fun that it works. But what's the point? Okay, good job. This is the principle behind stereoscopic imagery. I just like load this on the 3DS and turn on the 3D toggle. Wow. I don't know who discovered this, but it is certainly most amazing. So, did the stereoscope work for you? Found it a little difficult to focus. You know, there's some people who just get it. Others kind of struggle with it. That's why we have this device right here. Oh, I remember. That device was sitting here yesterday as well. First, click this little part here. Then, wedge the 2 photographs in there. Wow. Even when I'm watching you use it, can't make heads or tail of this thing. Stereoscopes are really popular in London right now. It's about every household has one. They're flying off the shelves. Everyone in London has this neat little device. What was the point of crossing our eyes in the first place? Don't you think there's a certain charm to seeing it by yourself? Stereoscopes. Iris has told me so much about them. I just hope this knowledge comes in handy. Oh, can't wait for this to be an important plot point. Did I finish talking to her? Yes. Game with some more stuff. There's a huge ledger left open on the counter. It must be difficult to keep track of all the pledges people bring in. If I were him, I'd want to get everything sold off as quickly as possible. Looks like Hatch was really meticulous when it came to recording his stock. Oh. I think examine the light bulb. Broken. Well, I don't want to examine the music box again. We'll examine the music box. This is a music box. You have them in your country, right, Ryu? Yeah, but I've never seen or heard one this big before. Really? Want to listen to it? Please no. There are people investigating. What do you think? Beautiful, right? Yeah, I guess it is. Those policemen are glaring daggers at us. Oh, they won't bite. If they do, Toby will come running for me. I'm glad Iris is on our side. Yeah. Blood. Let's go spray. Or shoot, I don't know. I guess it's shoot, not spray. Shoot with gun. Naruhodo? Actually, something is bothering me. Oh, what a coincidence. There's something bothering me too. It's this dark red stain here. It looks like blood, doesn't it? You have to probably notice too. And if that's the case, yes, it's time for Iris to help us out. Let's show this to her before we forget. Alright, rip cat thumbnail. Please click on present. Whoa, this really does look like blood. It looks like a mark from a glove. More specifically, a leather glove. Alright. Let's leave the rest of this little baby. She just shoots it right at the viewer. Alright, purple. Wow. this is another color we haven't seen yet. Let's record the sample too. If only we knew who any of these samples might belong to. Wonder about this blood. Ooh, do you have an idea, Ryu? You actually know whose blood this is? This is the ticket that Gina took to the pawn shop yesterday. Right, she got it from Mr. Magundo 2 months ago. Article. Men's coat. There was a second receipt in that coat's pocket. 2 days before the omnibus incident, he deposited a small box. One that's connected to this case. I was checking the date. I think it's Mr. Mortar's. I think I might know whose blood this is. Leaving the color aside for now, I think I've got a deduction of my own this time. Same here. Oh my. Both of you? No, Ryu? Who do you think it is? Blood most likely came from mortar. It was rice-fired mortar? Huh? Are you asking me or telling me? I mean, all that stuff happened 2 months ago. It's a little difficult to remember the name of a murder victim I never met. Whatever the case, I'm pretty confident in the rice-fired part. You mean the victim from Mr. Magundo's trial? If so, yes. I do believe he was a bricklayer named Mortar. And this bloodstain is 2 months old? Yes, I think so. Nina brought this pledge ticket here just yesterday. It's a safe assumption the bloodstain was already on it before. That means that this blood got on the ticket when the murder occurred. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that Mr. Magundo was wearing leather gloves at the time. It's human nature to try and help someone fall before you, don't you think? I reached out my hand to him, paying no mind to the blood that would stain my gloves. Bloodstain here looks like it came from the thumb of a leather glove. At the time, Mr. Magundo himself wasn't injured. That means that the blood actually came from the murder victim. It could only be Mr. Mortar's. Wow, Naruhodo. You sound like just like Mr. Holmes himself. That makes it sound like my deduction was way off the mark, though. I agree with your deductions, Ryu. Alright, then we should make a note of this. Go inside. Can we go inside? Shop interior? That's where we are. Can I examine the door? Yep, sure do. Oh, Toby said this door leads to the storeroom. Last night, I saw everything through this small window. Hatch, with a bullet in his back. Gina, holding a gun. As the attorney in charge of this case, you are within your rights to investigate this room. It's time to be fearless and press on. Yeah, of course. We'll leave no stone unturned. The crime scene is on the other side of that door. Ooh, let's find out everything we can, down to the teeniest, tiniest clue. Can I go there now? Iris isn't saying anything at all. Who could blame her? After all, that shot has lost his life in this very room, just last night.
Oh,
What? Wait, hold it, Inspector.
what do you want?
Stop. You don't have to run away the second you see us.
Ah, an inspector of Scotland Yard wouldn't run away from a mere attorney. I just... I've never seen a lady look so sad before. I just got a little flustered because I couldn't think of what to say to her.
For an adult, he was awfully proud of his childish behavior. Poor Iris. Her poor little heart must be breaking in two. Inspector Gregson, don't you think you could offer some sympathetic words?
What? Come now, milady. There's nothing to be sad about. After all, you're not the one that died.
Oh. Oh. You tried. I couldn't have come up with something worse to say if I tried.
Ugh, confound it. No matter. I'm busy with my investigation. Stay out of my way.
I suppose we should begin our investigation as well. Yeah. We should probably ask Inspector Gregson a few questions, despite his current mood. Holmesy. I hope his operation went well. Inspector Gregson, about the crime scene.
Oh, as you see, boy. Nothing more, nothing less, and nothing in between.
If you would, Iris. Hey, Toby. Could you tell us about the crime scene?
Why, of course. I'll tell you all about the crime scene. When we policemen arrived at the crime scene last night, this room, which only has one door, was locked from the inside.
It was locked from the inside? The lock looks broken. Did the police do that?
Indeed, we humbly burst into the room.
I see.
And then, as you can see, the victim was collapsed on the floor. Inside his body was that wretched pickpocket.
You mean Jean Bean? She's my friend, you know.
Oh, how heartrending it was to see Miss Gina. She truly was resting in peace.
Does he really need to talk about her as if she's dead? I'm pretty sure I saw her collapse when I looked into the room. Well,
I soon realized that Miss Gina was holding the gun used to kill the victim.
really? It must have been the gun lying over there.
And then, when we examined her coat, we discovered the door key in her pocket.
What? Key to the storeroom? The door to the storeroom had been locked from the inside, correct?
Indeed. Thus, milady, your friend is in a rather unfavorable situation. Of course, I personally believe it is all a load of poppycock.
Good grief. Toby, how did the operation go? Is Holmesy alright now?
Well, I mean...
Cease your incoherent rambling. Don't tell me Mr. Holmes is...
No. The operation was successful. It's just, how should I say this?
Hurry up and speak.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Holmes had general anesthesia used on him. It's a full-body anesthetic.
Full body anesthetic? It's possible?
It's the latest advancements in medicine, allowing the patient to sleep during major surgery.
most we do in Japan is use laughing gas while cavity is filled.
However, despite being the latest advancement, it isn't as good as it seems. It appears the drug wasn't working very well. It took a few hours before he went under. For some reason, even when the operation was done, it couldn't wake him.
What?
No one knows whether it's because of the anesthesia or because Mr. Holmes was tired. The surgical team can do nothing but stand by and watch over him.
Aw, Holmesy.
The second I know he's awake, I'll make sure to notify you, my lady.
Mr. Holmes is ever the exciting man. This is a gun, and it's real. Do you think this is the weapon the murderer used? What's the deal? You two just clammed up all of a sudden. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen a gun in person.
I just have some bad memories associated with guns.
But no doubt in my mind that this is the gun Hatch had yesterday.
I can only offer my life as an apology for my transgression.
It really is the exact same gun. Last night, when I looked into the storeroom through the door's window, Tina was holding that gun. It would seem that Hatch only kept one bullet in the gun at all times. That one bullet has already been fired. The chamber's empty now. This gun was only fired once, huh? There's a chalk outline here in the shape of Hatch's body. Aw, the hatchling was such a good person.
If you were wondering, it seems only one round was fired. Pierced his heart. I dare say he most likely died instantly.
This mark here really is a bloodstain, isn't it? Oh! Iris, I know this all must be painful for you. I'm fine. We've got work to do. Blue. How many colors? Same color as the other sample? Nope. It's a totally different color than the hatchling sample from the other room. Let's add this sample to the court record as well. All the things inside this storeroom. This box is the only thing that shows signs of having been searched. Ah! What's the matter, Iris? This is the document box where I stored my manuscript. What? Iris's unpublished manuscript? Titled The Hound of the Baskervilles. I got a bad feeling about this. See that, Holmes of yours? He took that dodgy manuscript and flogged it off. He's trying to keep that all on the hush from you, Iris. Let's have another look inside the box. Okay. Oh! There we go. Iris's manuscript, it's in here.
It is?
Oh. So it is. What a relief. Right, Iris? Yeah. I didn't think Holmesy was lying to me, but it's still a relief to see it. It says that. I can tell there's gloom behind that smile. This is evidence? Alright, we gotta do the usual. We gotta check the back. Dang. Nothing in the back. Look how detailed. Look how many lines there are. Imagining how this would look on the 3DS. Hound of the Baskervilles. Who said to already knew the title of this book, even though it's unpublished? I suppose I can't do anything but wait until she's ready to tell me why. I'm really sorry. All the pledges to this pawn shop marked together really tightly. There's so many of them. Bicycles, gramophones, musical instruments. There's even an enormous painting here. Bits and pieces of various people's lives, really collecting dust. No way, thinking about this place just feels a little bit calm. Not for the blood-stained, noisy police officers running around, anyway.
I suppose that's my fault. Sorry.
Present evidence, I guess. I don't know why. Show him everything. Waste his time. He's drinking tea anyway. Oh.
This, the ladies.
Yep, this is my newest work, called The Hound of the Baskervilles.
What an interesting title. In that case, could it be that? Do I, Tobias Gregson, make an appearance?
I wonder. Can't quite remember.
Oh, really? I'll be waiting with bated breath then. But if you do appear in it, probably just a cameo. I'll arrest you, amateur attorney.
I really can't get used to this difference in treatment. I don't think these tickets would be interested in any of these. Yeah. Wait, didn't I down this? Paris. Okay. We've got to catch the real killer. Yes, of course. We absolutely must. Okay, now let's check. Anything left? Whatever. Let's leave. Let's see if it says anything different here. Also, let's spend more there. I haven't visited the street, but what would even be here? Nothing. I guess I should maybe fix something. Sure. coach for Scotland Yard is parked in front of the pawn shop. Can't believe something so terrible happened this close to home. Iris looks so sad. I'm sorry. Should have done something to prevent this. Nah, you don't need to apologize for anything. Huh? The criminal's the one to blame after all. Let's investigate as much as we can. You're right. Let's get to it. I'll investigate the cloak, but the coach instead. Lots of people here. Anything here? Oh. This blue thing stands out. Ooh, is this one of those telegram thingies? Yeah, but you shouldn't go around opening them. Fine. Anyway, let's see what's inside. No, stop. I just told you not to open it. I'm not gonna open it, silly. I'm gonna use this special chemical I invented to look inside without opening it. Don't do that either. Aw, I guess this telegram is pretty important. She may be a genius. She's a child at heart. The street music was in Gale versus Phoenix, or versus Phoenix, right? Gone. Probably gone for questioning. Huh. Tina isn't here. Most likely being questioned at this time. Hey, not so fast. What's up, Iris? Judging by the current state of this cell, I surmise that Genie Bean stole the guard's key and broke out of prison. What? Seriously? She should know that this will just make her look more guilty. Oh, come on, guys. That was obviously a joke. Oh. Jeez, you scared me. I thought you were making a great deduction. When you say things, they just seem so persuasive. Please, you must pay more attention to the influence your words can have on others. Great detectives aren't allowed to make jokes? Is that what you're saying? Well, if Mr. Holmes said it, we probably would have just laughed it off. I feel sorry for him now. Anyway, Nina probably won't be back for some time. Shall we continue our investigation? Yeah. Hop to it, you two. Alright. Still nothing. Trash can. We're allowed back here? I guess so. I think I'm missing here. What? Start presenting stuff. In order. Inspector, could I ask you to take a look at this? Oh, this is a pledge ticket. It looks as though Hatch didn't prepare a form. He just grabbed the nearest piece of paper. This is the ticket that the pickpocket used to withdraw Maguno's coat yesterday, right? Oh no. This one is different. Come again? You deny an inspector's theory despite your dark clothing. Huh? Like you said, Toby, it's different. Well, of course. I thought so from the start.
What exactly is this?
This is a second pledge ticket.
A second?
And Gundo had pledged something else to this shop.
That's so.
Seems we ought to discuss this matter in more detail. We should talk with the inspector once more time.
Right, we did it. We found the thing.
This was inside Mr. Magundo's coat pocket.
What? Does that mean that?
The disc you took and this pledge ticket were both inside that coat.
We really should have brought it back and examined it more thoroughly.
According to this pledge ticket, Mr. Magundo left one more thing at the shop.
Small box. That's what the ticket says, at least.
Do you have any idea, Toby? There should be still a pledge belonging to Magundo here, right?
That's true. You're certainly not wrong. Stop. Don't look at me with such expectant eyes, milady. I feel like I'm going to be squashed under that gaze.
Showing this animation. Inspector Gregson, this is where you need to buck up.
Shut up, boy. Here's one thing I've noticed, however. The date on this ticket says that the redemption period has already ended.
Oh, you're right. The limit is 2 months after all. So that small box is no longer in the storeroom?
Exactly. The pledge being forfeited means...
Maybe outside on the shelves of the top floor. Shop shelves, huh? We should go have a look now.
There's no point.
Why not?
There's a large number of small boxes that have been pledged. More. There's no record in the ledger about which specific box belonged to Magundo.
But either way, just in case, I think we should look.
Oh, why yes, of course. We won't know unless we try. Good grief.
Eek. That scared me half to death. How dare hatchling set up a trap like that? I don't think that was the intention. Hi, it's so late. It may be prudent to go and visit Gina soon. Huh? Why? I still don't know for sure whether or not she will let you represent her in tomorrow's court. Just visit her one last time to make sure we're all on the same page. Hey, Ryu. If you don't want my defense, go on and tear it up. Remember that? Huh? Did I say that? Indeed you did. Yep. Paperwork submission deadline for tomorrow's trial is fast approaching. Alright. Need to go talk to Gina again. Never supposed to look for a box. Yeah, whatever. Box is probably gone. Let's go. Oh, Gina. See you're back. Gina? It appears that they have finished questioning you for the day. Good job, Gene Bean. It must have been rough. Huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm all good. Thank you for earlier. We got to investigate Hatch's shop next to you. Huh? Ace? You're not gonna ask how it went? We're investigating it so hard, you know. What's the point in asking? Everyone's pointing a finger at me. Really? You know, came to ask for your final answer. Final answer? What do you mean, like? Are you going to let me defend you in court tomorrow, or not? You're going to stop accepting paperwork for the trial soon. Oh, huh. All of our usual fight is gone now. Even when you try to act tough, you can't hide the fear. You know how that feels. Oh, for Pete's sake. Fine, just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Let me ask something first, though. Do you have any idea who the real killer is? Unfortunately, no. Not yet. Seriously? Gina, not yet means Naruhodo doesn't think that you're the criminal. We don't know who the real killer is yet. But there are things that we do know. Uh-huh. What do you know? For example, Gina, you broke into the shop last night. We know why. The reason that Gina broke into the storeroom last night, I have to present it right now. Okay. Right now. Understood. Here you go. This was safely stored inside Hatch's shop. Here's the manuscript that Iris wrote. Oh. Really? That's good. Strangely enough, there weren't any signs of someone having ransacked the storeroom. There was a single exception. The box containing this manuscript had been filled with. Were you the person who examined this box, Gina? Huh? Found in the Baskervilles. You wanted to check and see if it really was there. That's why you broke into the storeroom last night. Yeah. Can you tell us about Iris's manuscript? Letter of requests and other necessary documents for defense have been prepared. All that's left is to take it to the executive office. Will you let me defend you in court tomorrow? I'm good. Bean Bean. What was it? A letter of request? Just rip it up and toss it away somewhere. Thanks. Her Majesty's finest ain't fitted with bins, you see. What about tomorrow? Oh, I'll figure it out fine just by myself. I don't think you will. Whatever. I'll just have to make it work somehow, won't I? Good grief. A stubborn one. Hound of the Baskervilles. An unreleased Sherlock Holmes story. I'm sure this would sell for a pretty penny, don't you think? Indeed. It would most likely be worth more than 5,000 pounds. What? Gina, you wanted to sell that manuscript. What? That's so mean, Jean Bean. What? Hey, hang on a minute. I wasn't gonna do that. I just want to check and see if the manuscript was really being held at the pawn shop. That's all. You were doing it for Iris, weren't you? Huh? We knew that from the start, Gina. You what? I knew it. Jean Bean wasn't a meanie all along. She was being a total Jean Bean. Ugh. When I saw that manuscript in the storeroom, I remembered our conversation last night. Adults can tell the most awful lies with the straightest face, and it doesn't hurt them a bit. You just don't know how the world works yet. There's no manuscript at that shop. Go ahead and look. You'll know straight away. To tell you the truth, there was a time when I doubted Holmesy just a little. I thought maybe he'd hidden it somewhere that I couldn't find it. It was terrible of me to think that. You know, Jean Bean, I really appreciate that. Fine. I'll tell you the truth, Just stop looking at me with them puppy dog eyes, Iris. I wasn't really doing it for Iris. I just wanted to know the truth. Whether or not Mr. Holmes had really pledged the manuscript at Hatch's shop. You know, I said this last night too. I ain't ever had a daddy. That ain't how it is for you, Iris. You have your old man, but you can't even see him. I'm sure it must be way lonelier for you. That's why you're writing up your dad's stories. After we talked last night, that was all I could think about. My daddy's stories. What Iris was writing wasn't the stories of a great detective. It was the stories of a great detective and the partner who supported him. At least, that's what it seems like to me. You really are a kind person, Jean Bean. Of course, we all already knew that. I told you, stop saying that stupid mushy stuff. One thing I hate the most is being all tickety-boo like this. I don't trust anybody. That way, I ain't gotta worry about being stabbed in the back. So just bugger off home already. I didn't notice until now, but there's definitely some sort of reddish brown stain on Gina's sleeves. What? Stop looking at me like I have two heads. Seems like I'll have to present a certain piece of evidence. This one? Oh, sorry. There's only 6 pieces of evidence. You had this pledge ticket, right, Gina? Ticket for the black coat you're wearing just now. What? Oh, this. Maybe. All those tickets look all alike anyway. No, they don't. I have one more question about the ticket. There seemed to be a bloodstain on it. What? Do you have any idea where it came from? Who knows? I don't. Blood all looks alike anyway. Yeah, you definitely know something. Oh. Gina, could I ask you about the stain on the sleeve of your coat? I don't know who it might have belonged to, but could that be a bloodstain? What? Bloodstains? But as far as I can tell, Gina isn't injured at all. Did it all splatter onto her when Hatch was shot last night? Whoa now, hold on a sec. This is just the perfect time for me to whip out this little baby. Core blimey, what the heck is that, Iris? Okie dokie, here we go. Don't move a muscle, Jean Bean. Purple. Ah. Ah. What in the world? Never mind the sleeves. It's all over her. Of course. The coat is black. That's why we couldn't see it. And that purple bloodstain is a perfect match with one of the samples in our collection. Let's see. That blood came from the bricklayer, Mr. Mortar, the victim from Cosne Magundo's trial. Knew it. What? It came from the victim in that trial. Naruhodo, this is an awful revelation to face, but it's safe to assume we have solved the mystery from 2 months ago. The truth behind the murder of thrice-fired mortar, all but clear now. What do you mean? Stop speaking like you lost the plot and tell me proper already. I found the victim's blood all over Magundo's coat. At the trial 2 months ago, Mr. Magundo said human nature to try and help someone fallen before you, don't you think? So I reached out my hands to him, paying no mind to the blood that would stain my gloves. But now, it takes no more than a glance at his coat to see the truth. There's no way this much blood got on his coat when he was helping the victim up. Indeed, if that were the case, blood would not have splashed onto it like this. In other words, this bloodstain can be nothing other than blood that spurted from the wound when he stabbed the victim. I'm trying to keep that thought out of my mind, but I can't avert my eyes from the truth any longer. The one who murdered Mortar is Cosne Magundo. Naruhodo. And now, the case of Mortar can finally be put to rest. But I secured a not guilty verdict for the true murderer. I did it using false testimony and evidence that he forged. What have I done? Ryu, did you trust him? Did you trust this Magundo guy? Did I? I think that I did. After all, trust is the defense attorney's only weapon. Your only weapon? Back when I was in Japan, my best friend told me something. You mean Kazuma, don't you? Listen closely, Naruhodo. We attorneys can't possibly know the truth right from the start. That's why we only have one weapon. The ability to believe in our client. That's all. To believe? Because I believe in my client from the bottom of my heart, like I fight so hard. No matter what the battle may be, if you don't have faith, you're doomed to failure. And that's why I believe in you. What's so funny, Gina? You Japanese really are naive, huh? It's 'cause you believe in people so easily that these things happen, ain't it? You did let someone who committed murder be declared innocent. Now you get what I'm saying, right? If you believe in everyone, you'll only get betrayed in the end. You'll just get hurt. The second you start to trust someone, you've already lost before you started. If you don't believe in anybody, nobody can ever betray you. Gina, may I say something? What? I want to ask you one last time. What would you like us to do with this letter of request? Same as I said before. Rip it up and put it all with all the other rubbish. Is that really what you want? That bloomin' attorney over there is thinking the same thing, ain't he? 2 months ago, I lied in court. I fooled all of you, and I didn't lose a wink of sleep over it. And yet you trust me? Even after all that? You're a riot. Well, Naruhodo, an attorney's only weapon is his ability to believe in his client. Where's my final answer? In the end, should I trust Gina? Well, time to save. Time to save. Big save. You don't want to see the bad answer, right? Alright, let's go back to Japan with Susato. In this situation, there's no other option than for me to believe. But why did I say no? Humans are strange beings. I suppose I'll leave it at that. Damn it, game. Damn it, game, with your fake choices. Gina, I'll say this one more time. Would you please let me represent you at the trial tomorrow? What? Are you off your trolley? Well, you haven't admitted to committing the crime yet. But I choose to trust you. Hey, Naruto. Are you even listening to me? I'm a dirty tea leaf. Only natural I'd be a liar too. 2 months ago, I fibbed to you. That's why you feel so awful right now, you know? Why would you believe in someone as evil as me? That's so stupid. Dina, I understand why you choose not to believe in people. However, I'm sure there are things that even you do not know. Like what? You may not realize it yet, but there are people out there that you can truly trust. That's the absolute truth. What? I know that I'm an undependable exchange student, but still, I can at least say, no matter what happens, this will remain true until the bitter end. I am on your side, Gina. What's with you lot? That said, I'm off to submit this paperwork. I spent a lot of time making this look neat. It would be a shame to tear it up. Do what you want to. I really don't get you, Japanese lot. Gina withdrew into her cell, perhaps out of relief. I hope I've made the right choice. Whoever you are, I know you're there. Eavesdropping is a coward's game. Show yourself at once. Susato? I can tell that someone's watching us from the corner over there. What? Well, you got me.
This must be that famous Japanese ninjutsu thing.
We're the ones sneaking around, though, Victor. Hey, it's Toby.
Oh my, hello. Excuse my rudeness, milady.
How long were you eavesdropping, silly Toby?
Eavesdropping? Why? I was doing nothing of the sort. I was told that there were rude people who wouldn't leave after visiting hours were over. So, in great haste, I rushed to the scene. But I swear, I've only just arrived. I swear to you, here now, I bore no ill will.
Oh, visiting hours are over? I didn't realize.
Lady, I, Inspector Gregson, apologize for my impertinence, but I must leave. Please, just this once, I beg of you, humor me. All I want is your forgiveness.
You could have just said excuse me like a normal person. Aw. You might as well let us ask you some questions since you're here, Toby.
Oh, but I don't have the time to spare at the moment, I'm afraid.
Oh, really? That's a shame.
If I don't take care of the emergency at the High Court, Lord Vortex will.
Emergency? Lord Vortex?
Anyway, lady, surely you see I can't stick around.
Okay, we can hang out another time.
Of course, as you wish. Toodles, farewell, until another day.
Could have just said goodbye like a normal person. Isn't Toby just a bundle of fun? I love how frantic he is all the time. True. Not every day you get to see an inspector saluting a 10-year-old girl like that. An emergency at the High Court? I wonder what's going on. I should make my way to the executive office of the court. Alright. Thank you, Susato. Naruhodo, please escort Iris to our flat. I will catch up with you later. Thus, our investigation ended. Susato went to the executive office, finalized the paperwork for Gina's defense. It was at that moment that the painful truth began to force its way back into my mind. Tomorrow, Susato leaves London. Naruhodo, you've done tremendous work today. You must be so tired. No, I'm fine. Really? I can't imagine how tired you must be, Susato. Mr. Holmes was shot and Gina was arrested. All right in front of her. Then she learned of her father's illness. She has to return to Japan so soon. I'll be praying for your father's safe recovery. I appreciate your consideration. So strange. Despite the raging typhoon of words that swirl inside my mind, I cannot seem to salvage the words that would convey my feelings. I couldn't have said it better myself. In any case, I have to make preparations for my departure. But I will not do so until I have completed my final duty as your legal assistant. What are you talking about? It's been 2 months since we arrived here in London. Now, I have to leave, soon after we open our own law office. I'd be lying if I said if it wasn't frustrating. Susato. It's also sudden that I just don't know what to think. My mind is in a frenzy. I haven't been here for very long, but I think that standing in court so often has taught me something. May I ask what that is? People really do have many sides to them. Many sides. And those many sides cast shadows in complicated ways. That's the root of crime. But we can only see one part of that story. What remains hidden in the darkness. Maybe we'll just never know for as long as we live. That is very true. There's just so much we can't see. One day, when fortune brings it all together, we may be able to see the chains that bind our fates together. Naruhodo. Until that day comes, the most important thing is that we do not stop. We keep our eyes open and continue walking forward. Only 2 months have passed since then. But you really have become a true attorney. Huh? What was that? Oh, it was nothing. What time do you leave tomorrow? According to the ticket I received, I will be leaving tomorrow around 4 in the morning. Alright. Then I can at least take you to the station. No, you absolutely cannot. Huh? You should already know why. Tomorrow morning, we have a very important mission to carry out. Gina's trial. I know that, but with just a single word, you could decide Gina's fate. At any rate, tonight, no matter how short a time, you should get some rest. That is a heartfelt request from me. What was that final duty you were talking about earlier? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I had almost forgotten. Here you are. This is for you. What's this? Big folder of documents. They are case files, dating from 2 months ago until today. About the murder that occurred inside the omnibus. The death that hatched in his pawn shop. I felt that man's shadow looming in the darkness that we have yet to see. Thus, I took it upon myself to gather these files. Her life is being turned upside down. She made these notes for me in her ever-steady handwriting. If it is of use to you, please use it to your advantage during tomorrow's trial. Thank you so much. I'm sure these will come in handy somehow. Susato, I really do think you're the world's best legal assistant. I could never hope to hear higher praise than that. But I'm sure I'm a failure of a legal assistant. You say something? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, it's getting late. I gotta examine new evidence as we get it. 2 pages. A summary of the omnibus incident. Trial summary. You sleep soon, Naruhodo. I will return to my room and begin making my preparations. Susato, I'll pray for your success. And with that, I bid you good night. Sleep well. But wait, I still have something important to do. Oh! What was that? My most secret technique. Susato drop. Susato drop. I beg of you, don't say another word. If I heard you say goodbye now, I don't think I could hold back the tears. Susato. What a day. Walked all around London, investigating. Finally got through to Gina. We learned the truth of 2 months ago. My body and my mind were exhausted. I couldn't bring myself to sleep. Despite that thought, I forced my eyes shut. I spent 2 months in London. I just remembered all of our experiences. Eventually, I drifted off to sleep. Huh. Alright, we're at the hospital. I see. I think I've got the gist of it. Please, you're the only one I can trust with this. I promise that I'll do everything exactly as you've requested. Thank you so much. I am in your debt. I'm glad I can meet you this one last time, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, please. It's my pleasure. Now, I wish you a safe journey. Susato. You continued. This is probably a good stopping point right before the trial. I feel like the trial's gonna be pretty long. So you probably have to go over case 3's trial, at least a little bit of it, and prove this new one. We'll save that for next time.